Hello guys, so in today's video I'm going to be talking about my ants, which have been having some issues with grain mites. I'm going to be talking about my fish, my frogs, and a few new animals I've gotten since the last time I posted a video. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. So to start off with, I'm going to talk about my biggest colony currently, which is my Pheidole colony. As some reason, my fire ant queen has stopped laying eggs, and so has fallen behind due to workers getting old and dying. So now my Pheidole colony is, of course, number 1. I'd say they're up to around maybe 70 to 100 workers and probably around 10 to 8 majors.
During the cleaning process to get rid of the grain mites, probably around 10 workers died.
Also, this is just one of 3 current sites that they're keeping their brood at. Here's the entrance to their test tube, and as you can see, it's very active for a colony of only around 110 ants. Now I'm gonna feed them and let y'all watch a time lapse of them eating so you can see all of the majors and all of the workers coming out to feast.
Now, before I tell you what this animal is, I want you to take a guess at what it is. So I'm going to give you some hints really quick. So, very rarely does it actually need moisture, which is only roughly once a month. So this is once a month spraying. And it has a stinger. So can you guess what this is? I think at this point it's pretty obvious, but it's a striped-tailed devil's scorpion, which is really cool. So I got all 4 of these guys roughly a month ago, and I just haven't announced them because they haven't eaten for me this entire time. And in this video, they still haven't eaten. They just will not eat. As you can see, he's acting like he wants to eat it. He's trying to sting it. He's trying to pinch it. But he's just not actually doing anything. As stated, these guys are a much drier species, and they live in like Arizona and some parts of Mexico and Texas and what have you. And I ordered them. They were really cheap. They're just simple, small scorpions. I originally ordered 3. All but one died in the original delivery, and they sent me 3 more replacements, and so I ended up with a bonus 4th one. I have them in these little containers that lock and seal up so that way they can't escape. They also all have a handful of rocks, a bottle cap to drink from, and usually a few leaves. These guys are, like I said, very cheap scorpions. They're very simple scorpions. They're relatively small, nothing particularly special. They're just cool little scorpions. By the way, this one was actually the most appetized out of any of them because he actually pinched it and tried to eat it, although he failed pretty horribly. If you look at his claws for teeth, you can see he's trying to eat the cricket. He just wasn't eating it. Also, these guys are extremely fast. Over half the scorpions almost escaped just while I was feeding them. So none of the scorpions are particularly special, however this one's definitely my favorite because you can see he has the clipped off front claw. That's how I identify him as, well, my favorite. Watch him run. This is half speed, by the way. That's just how fast they are. Yeah, and now I'm going to talk about how I can tell they're boys. So these two little parts are how they deliver the sperm to the female. And so if they have them, they're boys. If they don't, then they're a female. I'm pretty sure they shipped me all males on purpose because A, males have shorter lifespans, and B, if I don't have boys and girls, I can't breed them. So I'm stuck with 4 males, although I can't really complain as breeding them, not being able to breed them is not the end of the world. Now it's frog time. Now, some truly terrible news is my frogs did not want to eat during the filming of this video, so neither of my Pac-Man frogs ate on camera, which sucks. Hopefully, though, I should be able to get them to eat on camera in the next video I make. This is Gardula, by the way, and she's absolutely beautiful. You can see Gardula's breathing fine. She seems to be a nice healthy weight. She's growing very steadily. She's probably tripled in size since I bought her, and overall just seems to be doing well and grand. I've had her for roughly a month and a half now, and so far no issues. The only weird thing is she started turning a lime color, which you can see much better on her side. So she's gone from completely albino to like a lime and yellow, which is just kind of funky. Now it's time to put Gardula back in her tank and get out my other frog, which is going to be named Jabba if he eats. But he hasn't eaten in almost, I think, 20 days. So I'm getting really concerned for this little guy, although he has absolutely adorable eyes. And he still seems to be a healthy weight somehow. I have thrown crickets in his tank, although I've never actually seen him eat them. And because he's sharing a tank with Gardula, they could just be jumping over and then she could be eating them. So I'm getting really concerned. Also, something weird, if you know why, please do tell me. He closes his eyes every time I put food in front of him, and it's really weird. This guy hasn't really grown since I got him, so now let's move on to my White's tree frogs. This is just going to be like a feeding montage, and then the video will end.
I actually got all 3 frogs in one camera angle, which is pretty neat. The one on the bottom middle is Buffett, the one on the bottom top is Mr. Slim, and then the one in the front is Gerard. All of the White's tree frogs are, of course, doing absolutely wonderful. I've had them for over 3 months now, and this is what their tank's currently looking like. It's been rearranged 3 times now, and yeah, no issues. They all seem to be doing wonderful so far. The only issue I'm currently facing is Buffett seems to still be nose rubbing for some reason, so I'm having to block up the front of the tank at night, and I'm hoping that should fix the issue. I'm honestly shocked at how well they're doing, as usually you don't get right the first time. Or at least you get something a little bit off the first time, but besides the nose rub, everything's doing really well, which is honestly shocking to me. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, go follow my TikTok and Instagram for high quality footage and photos. See ya!